Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting video. Well, I hope it'll be exciting anyway. This is the extreme song, More Than Words. So what we'll do in this lesson is we'll have a look at the parts to it. So there's the intro, the verse, the chorus, and then you've got that flashy ending that he does with all this tapping business. So we'll have a look at that too. Now, if you're just interested in one particular part of it, I'll try and put the timings below in the description. All right, so if you just want to do the ending and see how that goes, you can skip to it quickly. So let's get on with it. Righto, so let me play through this little intro he does. So here we go. Alright, so that's a little intro, play through it twice. Now, let me just show you what the right hand is doing. First of all, if your finger position is right, this song should be not too tricky. So if you put your thumb on the top string, because that's going to be doing the bass, your first finger is going on the G string, alright, your second finger on the B string, and your third finger on the high E. And you kind of just grip it like that, you see, alright. Now for this song, you've kind of got two things that happen. Either you're hitting the bass first and then you come down with the slap, okay, like that, or you're hitting everything together and then you're just doing the B and the E after it, all right, and again after that you do the slap. So if you listen to this first part, can you hear it's just the same thing is going on there? So either it's... Alright. So let me just go through the chords, alright, and then I go through the verse. So first of all, we've got a G chord. Then we've got a G over B, which is essentially the same thing, but you put this first finger on the second fret of the A string. Then C, kind of add 9, which you're moving your second finger now to the third here. These two fingers remain the same, by the way, so you've got G, G over B, C add 9, then A minor 7, so it's like an A minor, just take off your third finger. Then he does this, he adds his little finger to that third fret of the high E, and he takes it off again, all right? Then we have a C, a D, and just to take you back again to the G, he does D sus4. Okay, so if I play through that, just have a look at, you know, both hands if you can. I'll play it slower. So we have G, G over B, C, then we do this. So that's the only time it really changes. You've got a little bass, and then you're playing all the three strings, so G, B, and the E. A minor. That was that little trick where we had the little finger. All right, so I'm going to play through that without stopping. Alright, and that little section there, it repeats twice, okay? Alright, so that's a little intro, play through that twice, as I say. Now, let's go on to the verse, which is pretty much exactly the same. This little technique we're learning might be a bit difficult at first, but once you get it, it's brilliant because you can apply it to pretty much any song you play. Right, so let's play through this verse section. All right, so now this is exactly the same really as the little intro section. The only difference is you're going to play it through twice, and when you get to the second time, normally you go back to the G, but this time you go back to the E minor. So let me kind of play it from the second time. So you've got the G, G over B, C add 9. A little move, C, D, and then the sus4, and then you have E minor. Okay, and then it's A minor with a little move. Then you have D7, then a G, then a D over F sharp, all right? So that's with your thumb is playing that F sharp. Now, and then after that you do a slight move where you add the E into that. So let me just... Can you see I grab the, with my right hand, the E there as well. So that's a D add 2, I guess it is. The 2 is the E. So let me play through that bit from... E minor, and then we're going to go into the chorus after that. All right, so let me play through that one time. So I'll go from the kind of the second part. So now E minor, G, F sharp, that little move with the E. All right, and then we're gonna head into the chorus. So pretty much the same, just the addition of the E minor, A minor, D7, G, D over F sharp with the E. E, all right. So that's a little verse section. All right. Hope you're still with me. Doing well. I think you're doing well. I can't see you, but I've got a mental, picture in my mind that you're doing well. Right. So let's move on to the chorus now. So this is going to start on the A minor 7. It's going to go like this. Then back into the verse. All right, so we're starting on this kind of A minor, that little move again. All right, now after that you're going to go to a D7, then we have G7. All right, so that's first finger here. I'm sure you're familiar with G7, but there we go, first finger there, that one there on the B, second fret, and that on the G. Now you're doing this. Now the next chord is a G7 over B, so what happens is the bass is changing. Could you see my thumb there moves to play that bass there on that second fret of the B. C minor, G. Now we have this kind of move again. All right, so that's D over F sharp, and then E minor 7. All right, so let me recap over that. So G7, C minor, and now here is the last bit. A minor 7, he just strums this. D7, and then he does this, and he just taps back down on the guitar, and then back into the verse again. And that's just just the same, that part. So here's the bit you've been waiting for. This is the last bit of the song, the outro, and it's got a bit of tapping in it. So let's play through it, see how it goes, and then I'll show it to you. Right, so let's attempt this outro. It goes like this. All right, so let's go from the top. Something like that anyway. I'm sure that wasn't exactly right, but anyway, here we go. So we're starting with a G, and you're arpeggiating this G. You're going the low E, open G, B, E, B, so back to the G, all right, so that's low E, G, B, G, E, B, G, bass again, now F sharp with your thumb, the picking pattern is the same, G, B, G, E, B, G, bass again, leave that shape where it is, all right, these two, where they are on the 3rd fret of the B and on the 2nd fret, and then you're going to move your thumb to the F sharp. That might be a bit weird. So that bit. Then hit the bass again and then play an E sus4. That is basically like an E chord. It is an E chord, but with your little finger on the 2nd fret, all right, of the G string, and then you're just going to play all the strings: E, A, D, G, B, E, B, G. Then we're kind of getting slower here. We're playing A minor 7. All right, so you're going A, D, G, B, E, B, G, D, D, and now it's a D chord, so open D again, D, G, B, E, B. And then you're going to start this tapping lick, which I think is a bit weird in the song, but anyway, he's a great player. So it's, what you're doing with your right hand, or your left hand, sorry, is 2, 3, 5, and then you're going to tap. So you do that little legato move, hammer on 2, 3, 5, and then you're going to tap on the 17th fret. So, and when you tap, then you're going to pull off 5 to 3, then off to 2. So you go. And then you're going, then you're kind of tapping between 17 and 15. So. And then you're going down. Now, what he's doing here is, the song is in G, so he's thinking of this scale. So that's where you're tapping. That's another A note there, up there. So when you're tapping, you're really just going between 15. I'll do that twice though. Then 14. This hand is doing the same thing, just that pull off again, you know. And then the last thing you do, which it might be a little uncomfortable, is going down to 7. And then what you do here, you tap on the 7, pull off as usual, but then pull off the 2nd fret to the open string. And then same on the B. All right, and then 7 on the G, 4, now we're moving up to the G string, and then you're tapping the 7, pull the 4 off to 2 and then off to 0. So far. Then you hit the low E string and then a harmonic, so just above the 7th fret, and then shake your guitar, all right? And then we've got this bit at the end, which is nice. Sorry. So this bit here is a G arpeggio, so it's the E, A, G, B, E, B, G, all right, so. Then your thumb is playing that bass on the 2nd fret, that G over B, and then you do C at 9, but play the A and the B strings together, all right. So you got G, E, B, then you're going to go down to, leave that 3rd finger where it is, you're going to that B note again, so the bass moves. So you got the B, that note is a B, and then the 3rd fret on the B string, G, E, B, then the bass move again. Now your 1st finger there on the 1st fret. Alright, so let me just go through that. So we've got G, that B, the B flat. Then we have A minor 7. So A, D, G, B, open E. And then a slide up from 3 up to 5, and then I'm pulling off 5, 4, 3, and then a G chord, and that's the end of the song. So that tapping bit is a bit tricky. And just take your time with it, you know. You can always leave that little section out if you want to do it. It's not too tricky though, because you know, if you think you're just playing the G major scale and that's where you're tapping, so you know, you can go up this scale, and even, you know, you could just do something like that to finish it, and that sounds quite impressive, doesn't it, without the other bit. So there we are, there it is, Extreme More Than Words. Have fun playing that one. It's a nice one of my favourites actually. When I started to play guitar, that song was out and I thought, oh, I really want to play that, and but I couldn't do the the finger style at that time, so it took just a bit of time to get, but hopefully you'll be quicker than me. So enjoy that one, and remember to subscribe if you can, and I'll see you on the next video.